This is IFV, the web space with your dose of business and financial news. In full view, we're making your business our business.
Welcome to In Full View. I'm Marcella Palmer. We're celebrating our 50th IFV news show from the Wine Library in Springfield, New Jersey. Entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk, star of Wine Library TV, is director of operations here at this family-owned business. Gary has attracted a cult-like following with more than 90,000 Wine Library TV viewers a day and brought the Wine Library booming attention through social media marketing. We'll hear more from Gary and another entrepreneurial guru, Peter Shankman, in just a moment. First, our top story. United and Continental Airlines have created the world's largest airline by combining operations in a $3 billion merger. The combined airline, called United, will have an estimated annual revenue of $29 billion based on 2009 results and an unrestricted cash balance of about $7.4 billion as of the end of first quarter 2010.
We're really excited about it because we're creating a company that is going to be a leader worldwide. This is a global business, and we're going to have the opportunity to lead on a global platform. Our networks are complementary, our people are complementary, our brands are complementary. We have partners worldwide together. Now that we are both in a Star Alliance, that we are going to be able to move closer together because we're closer together.
Yeah, and we share a lot as well. We share a lot of values. United has had excellent operational performance, as is Continental. United is investing in its product in a great way, as is Continental. We're both committed to growing globally. We're both committed to treating our employees well. We're both committed to making sure that we can deliver value to our shareholders.
Continental Chief Executive Jeff Smisek will be named CEO of the new carrier, while former United CEO Glenn Tilton will move to its board as non-executive chairman for a limited term of at least 2 years. The companies expect to complete the transaction fourth quarter 2010. Here's Jean Lee with the market playing field.
Celebrating professional success, Crain's recognizes New York's rising stars in its 40 under 40 class of 2010. Here are 3 entrepreneurs named to this prestigious list. Jessica Rovello, co-founder and president of Arkadium, Inc., the provider of creative, innovative game solutions launched in 2001, now has 2 locations in New York and Ukraine, 90 employees, has developed more than 300 online games, and anticipates 2010 revenue in excess of $9 million. William Tan, founder and president of LanguageMate. This developer of innovative healthcare informatics solutions, founded in 2002, has garnered over a dozen small business innovation research grants awarded by the National Institutes of Health and more than 35 employees, and is projecting 2010 revenue of over $6 million. Andrea Wenner, founder and executive director of Out to Play, Inc., this nonprofit, which works to build playgrounds for New York City school children, has completed 80 of them in the 5 boroughs, projecting another 40 in 2010, was granted $12 million this year from the city's Department of Education, and is moving toward its goal of more than 145 playgrounds by 2012.
Peter Shankman and Gary Vaynerchuk, 2 entrepreneurial internet media marketing superstars who have found fame, success, and a massive audience through the internet and social media. IFV News recently ran into each guru in New York City and spoke about the digital future with these high-energy, forward-thinking rock stars.
Yeah, I started a PR firm back in '98 that catered only to .coms. I sold that in 2001. I launched a company called Air Introductions that actually let you choose your seatmate before you get on the airplane. And built that to about 50 or 60,000 members and sold that.
Peter Shankman has done more in a decade than many have done in their lifetime.
I don't sleep much for multiple reasons, including my constantly spinning brain and 2 morbidly obese cats who are always hungry.
Peter tells us he has an affection for serial entrepreneurship along with a passion for skydiving. And when he isn't jumping from a perfectly good airplane, feeding his hungry cats, giving his expert opinion on national TV, or getting entrepreneurs revved up through one of his high-energy speeches.
So how do you become relevant to your audience? When you have 1 million people, 1 million fans, 1 million customers all trying to get their information at one time, how do you become relevant to them if you don't know how to reach them? How do you learn how to reach them? How do you learn where their information is? Ready? Here's the simple mathematical formula. Ask them.
Peter continues to build a company he founded, Help a Reporter Out.
I launched helpareporter.com in November of 2007 as a way to help reporters connect with sources. I knew a lot of reporters and I knew a lot of sources. So I actually launched a website called helpareporter.com where anyone can sign up. It's 100% free. And you can find about 3 times a day you'll get emails from us with queries from journalists all over the world. CNN, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, New York Post, Washington Post, Oprah, you name it, saying, hey, I'm looking for experts in or normal people who do whatever. And if you can answer them, you email the reporter directly and you get quoted in the paper. Or on TV. In terms of growth, we went from 0 to 125,000 members in just over a year and a half. We've been approached several times to be acquired. Not ready yet. I'm still having way too much fun.
The text-only advertisement at the top of each helpareporter.com or HARO email helped the company pull in a little over $1.2 million in revenue last year. And the adventure is far from over. Here are Peter's predictions for social media's future.
I think that we're moving towards a world where social networking will become as ubiquitous as using Google. 10 years ago, I will go to the Google search engine, I will look something up on Google, and life would go on. Now it's really, I'll Google that. What we're seeing is the same thing with social media. It's not, I will post something to Twitter, and then I'll update it. And we're seeing that over the next 24 to 36 months, that will become more available and more around. And as people do that, we will see different, sort of one network everyone will use, and everyone you meet will be in that network. And the more people you meet, more relevance that those people will be, and they'll filter in your network based on that. It'll all be about relevance. What I see is going to be huge is sort of we're going to start really caring more about what people think of us online. Our reputation management will be pretty big because, I don't want the first thing on Google to be Peter's an ass. So I think reputation management will really start being closer as well.
Gary Vaynerchuk, a man who says he loves the entrepreneurial hustle, has grown his family business from a local Jersey liquor store to the wine library through the company's retail website, which he launched in 1997. By 2008, he'd raised annual revenue from $4 million to $60 million. In 2006, Gary launched daily video blog Wine Library TV, offering its audience a down-to-earth view on the subject of wine. His success has taken him from Ellen.
Now, look at the rock. Now. It's good, right? It's good.
To Emerald. Wine Library TV pulls in 90,000 viewers a day. It's an audience built through social media outlets like Facebook and Twitter, very unlike his strategy for building the Wine Library retail store.
I think just, how to navigate through a obviously changing playing field. I mean, we've literally gone in the business world from playing hockey to playing basketball. And, just because you knew how to shoot a puck doesn't mean you know how to drain a three. And I think that's a big deal.
Gary shares one of his views on building a fan base through social media.
Context is always more than the number, right? There's too much obsession over numbers in our society, and it's not telling the true story. I mean, I have 850,000 fans on Twitter, but I know that not all of them love me more than life, and I'm sure there's somebody who has 40,000 followers that has a better following than I do, because all 40,000, though I think I have more than 40,000 fans. But you know what I mean? And so, yeah, absolutely, context.
Finding time between angel investing, speaking engagements, and national television appearances, Gary launched a second blog, GaryVaynerchuk.com, where he gives business advice and discusses emerging technologies and trends. He finds himself sharing advice like this.
I think people are trying to figure out always tactics, which is always difficult because it's not the tactics that win. Tactics are cheap. Knowing where you're going and having passion is always the right way. So there's always that little tactic thing. And I think people are just trying to get a feel for the state of the union, right? Like, what is Facebook credits? What is FormSpring? What's going on with, Foursquare and Gowalla? I think people are often intrigued on current event stuff.
And just last year, Gary and his brother AJ co-founded VaynerMedia, a boutique consulting agency that works with personal and consumer brands, as well as startups. Gary gives IFV News his predictions on what's coming down the social media pike.
Virtual currency. I think virtual currency is going to be enormous. Geolocation check-in stuff, the Gowalla Foursquare stuff, those are the two spaces. And the product of the day stuff, the Groupon, Guild Group stuff, I'm very, very bullish on more innovation in that space.
Both entrepreneurs are also authors. Gary Vaynerchuk, Crush It, Why Now is the Time to Cash In on Your Passion. And Peter Shankman, Can We Do That? Outrageous PR stunts that work and why your company needs them. That's all for this week from the IFV News team. Thanks for celebrating our 50th show with us from the Wine Library in Springfield, New Jersey. Be sure to check back every day right here at ifvnews.com for the latest on what's happening around the globe in the medium and small business world.